on Sunday, July 26th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And next year it goes to quarterly on Saturdays. We skip that every other year. The fellowship requested that the Board of Trustees host these quarterly town halls for the fellowship to ask questions and make suggestions about GSA World Services. This meeting is being recorded. Does anyone object to that? Okay, and does anybody object to La Comunidad Hispana Intergroup publishing the audio recording on their YouTube channel? Okay, there being no objections, according to GSA World Service Policy, to La Comunidad Hispana Intergroup will publish the audio of the town hall in English and Spanish. The notes will be published on the website. We are using Wordly to interpret for those who speak a language other than the speaker's language. Most of our presentations and reports today will be in English, and La Comunidad Hispana Intergroup participants will use Wordly to hear and read it in Spanish. Please speak slowly and clearly and in complete sentences with a minimum of slang and colloquialisms to make it easier for Wordly to accurately translate your meaning. Okay. La Comunidad Hispana Intergroup will be presenting in Spanish, and those of us who do not speak Spanish will use Wordly. So unless you are multilingual, now is the time to open up Wordly and prepare to hear and read all of our speakers today. Board members, we would like to take this time just to have everyone introduce themselves with their name, location, abstinence date, role, and length of service. Let's begin with Marvin.
Okay. Hi, family. Marvin, compulsive reader, chairperson of GSA. I'll give you my absent date is 3/17/92. On the board of trustees, coming up on 3 years. And I think that's basically it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Marvin. Okay, I will take a turn. I'm Barbara L. I have been on the board for a little over 3 years. My abstinence date is April 30th, 2005. And I am the liaison to the nominating committee and helping out with the public information committee. And I am trying to fill in Stacy's shoes today to the best of my ability. Okay, let's see. Jessica, are you here? Oh, I guess
I
she
am
Oh, there you are.
sorry.
Good.
I'm just a slow unmuter person. My name is Jessica, and I'm calling from Jacksonville, Florida, which is on the east coast of Florida, right under the Georgia border. And I just came onto the board this past year, and I am the liaison to the phone bridge. And just so anyone knows, I am always open to connecting with that. So thank you so much, and glad to see everyone.
Thanks so much, Jessica. Amy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amy. I am the treasurer of GSA World Service. This is my first year on the board, and I have an abstinence date of December 30th, 1989.
Great. Thanks, Amy. And Cheryl.
Thanks, Barbara. I'm Cheryl. I am the treasurer on the board. I've been on the board for about a year. And
Are you the secretary, Cheryl, right?
Sorry, I said treasurer, didn't I?
Yes,
Amy,
yes,
sorry about that.
okay.
Not trying to take over your job too. And I'm in Michigan and my abstinent date is June 6th. No, I'm sorry, July 6th. Sorry, 2003.
Thanks, Cheryl. Peggy.
Are we just introducing ourselves as board members? Hi, everyone. I'm Peggy from Michigan, and I have been on the board only for about 6 months. And I have an abstinence date of December 28th, 1989. And I am the liaison from the board to the literature committee. Thanks, Barbara L.
Thank you, Peggy. Okay, thank you again to Joey. I see some things in the chat, and when he comes back, we will make sure he can maybe guide some of you through Wordly. Is there someone who can time for this meeting? We have some very specific time allotments. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. And I'll let you know like what the time is every time. Thank you. Okay, next I will review the agenda just so people know how it's going to roll. Let's see, we'll start off with the World Service questions and feedback. That's up to 20 minutes. Then we will do presentations by intergroups. So Mindy will start for Connecticut, and then Dahlia will be doing the Comunidad Hispana. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. And then we will go into our special topics. For this month, it will be website updates and improvements. That will be up to 20 minutes. Then an update on the progress on vision and 4 core functions to achieve that vision. That will be up to 20 minutes. Amy will do a brief 7th tradition donation information, and then we'll have some announcements and closing. So we've got an action-packed meeting today. So we will kick it off with any World Service questions and feedback. Please limit your questions to World Service topics only rather than intergroup, group, or sponsor topics. Also, just remember that our special topic coming up is on the website. So there will be an opportunity to ask questions after Carolyn does her presentation, and I will introduce Carolyn later. If the appropriate officer, board, or committee is here and can answer simply and quickly, I will refer any of the questions to them. Otherwise, I will ask the appropriate officer, board, or committee member to answer your question offline. And just so you know, if we can't answer a question today, we will absolutely get back to you. So we now have up to 20 minutes. Sarah, if you could begin the timer, and if anybody has a question or anything, just please raise your virtual hand and I will call on you.
Just quickly, good morning, everybody. Sharon, the chairperson of the Literature Committee, is not able to be here right now, and she gave me something to go over, and I didn't hear you say literature in the agenda. Is that correct or not?
No. It will be as part of the literature is on the core values. You'll do a little presentation then.
Oh,
so thank you.
you.
I that is a great question.
Thank you.
We'll have 4 brief presentations then, and we'll let you know. Okay, we're going to do the presentations by the intergroups. I will invite Mindy to come on. Thank you, Mindy. We know your time was a little limited, so we switched up the order to accommodate you. And we will now, we also, Sarah, if you could reset the timer. I don't think they'll both need 10 minutes, but we'll let Mindy have 10 minutes. And it should, Wendy, well, that's okay. You can have 10, and we can even maybe have questions if anybody. And then we'll do that for Dahlia as well. Oh, thank you. Okay, Mindy, take it away for Connecticut Intergroup.
Thank you. Thank you for accommodating me, and I'm accommodating you. I moved up from the summer, which is better because the summer. Okay, so my name is Mindy. I'm a compulsive eater, and I weigh and I measure my food off the gray sheet. I give it away, and I don't eat in between. It's the most important thing I'm going to do today in between my 100 errands. So I am pleased to be the intergroup liaison for Connecticut. It's my first intergroup position after doing several others. Service. I love service. Anyway, the Connecticut intergroup, I'm looking at my notes, just so you know, has 9 Zoom meetings and 1 face-to-face meeting on Saturday. We have GSRs are filled for every meeting, except for 1, I believe. The Connecticut Intergroup had a very successful 1-day retreat in March, which had over 80 people and raised money for World Service. And last weekend, the Connecticut Retreat hosted their yearly retreat, which is typically the last weekend of April, which next year coincides with Passover, unfortunately. But they are given this by the retreat center camp. And it was extremely successful. 85, 90 people, packed house, and it was very nice in Iverton, rustic Iverton. What else do I have to say? We've donated almost $24,000 to World Service since 2020, and we have another donation coming from the Connecticut Retreat and whatever donations came from the meetings. Linda is still our treasurer, and that's it. I don't think I have anything else.
Well, that is wonderful. Thank you so much, Mindy. Does anybody have any questions for Mindy? Okay, Linda, as treasurer, would you like to? I'm going off script now.
Wrong,
But-
Linda.
Oh, wrong, Linda. That's right. Sorry. Yep. Okay, good. Well, then we'll forget that. All right. Timer can be reset. Thank you, Sarah. And we will now invite Dahlia from the Hispana Comunidad to do a presentation for us. Don't forget to put Wordly on, you guys, so we can hear.
Do you want me to say it in English so we don't change the wordy things? It's okay.
No, you do it. I think it should be working. And if people can't, you just have, we have to, just as you, I feel like it's important that we should accommodate you.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I will put
Oh,
this.
yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, where's my Spanish people? Thank you, Patty. Yummy. Hi. Okay. Tell me if you're ready for the presentation.
Yes.
Si me pueden escuchar en inglés o leer en inglés para presentar.
Okay, you can, is everybody on? Okay, go ahead. You can begin. Thanks, Dahlia.
Ok, gracias. Bueno, mi nombre es Dalia, soy comedora compulsiva, abstinente desde el 13 de octubre del 2020 y soy representante de la comunidad hispana y estoy muy contenta de estar aquí. Gracias por la invitación para presentarles un poquito acerca de nuestro intergrupo que nos une no por la zona geográfica, sino por el idioma. Tenemos miembros de México, Costa Rica, Perú, Ecuador, Venezuela, Uruguay, Panamá, de Estados Unidos. Tenemos gente que habla español en Francia, Colombia, España, República Dominicana, Canadá, Argentina, El Salvador, Israel, Nicaragua y Puerto Rico. Espero no estar olvidando alguno. Nuestro intergrupo inició por un estudio del libro Viviendo Abstinente en Telegram, un 26 de junio del 2021. Se encontraron con este libro maravilloso y comenzaron a intentar traducirlo. Luego nos encontramos con la comunidad de GreySheet, que ya el intergrupo se registró el 3 de diciembre del 2022 y fue el primer intergrupo basado en el idioma y no en la ubicación geográfica. Contamos con miembros de 1 a 5 años de abstinencia en la GreySheet de forma continua. Más o menos 30 miembros aproximadamente estamos prestando servicio en reuniones y comités. Tenemos reuniones virtuales y también presenciales, aproximadamente 3 reuniones diarias por medio del Zoom. Y finalmente toda la información de nuestras reuniones están en viviendoabstinente.info, reuniones GSA, ahí lo puedes encontrar. El intergrupo cuenta con estos grupos al despertar, que se reúne de lunes a sábado, 6:30 de la mañana de Ciudad de México. El grupo de al transcurrir el día, de lunes a sábado a las 3 de la tarde, tiempo de Ciudad de México. El cafecito tiene 3 reuniones diarias, 7 de la mañana, 12 del mediodía y 7 de la noche en el horario de la República Dominicana. El grupo de 90 días que se reúne los miércoles, todos los miércoles a las 12, hora de Ciudad de México. Tenemos el grupo de meditación España que se reúne a las 10:30 de la noche con ejercicios de meditación. Juntos Podemos todos los domingos a las 10 de la mañana. Y el grupo presencial Reforma, que es de Ciudad de México, lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde. Respecto a los servicios mundiales, participamos en los siguientes comités. Tenemos miembros que están en el comité de literatura, en el comité de estructura, de traducciones, de archivos, de información al público, en la website y de comunicaciones. Y cada evento organizado por la GSA Mundial, si hay traducción, pues intentamos asistir entre 6 y 12 personas. Entonces yo creo que ahorita sí tenemos más o menos esa cantidad de gente aquí. También donamos $120 al mes de la séptima tradición y se incrementó la aportación en enero del 2025. Hacemos organización de maratones de habla hispana como eventos especiales, ya sea en Navidad, en fin de año, el Día del Amor y la Amistad. Utilizamos las redes sociales con listas de reproducción de estos compartires en inglés, en hebreo, en francés y en islandés. También dentro de estos servicios aparecemos en la página web como en la GreySheet.org nos puedes encontrar en Meetings, Find a Meeting y se filtra por el idioma español y entonces ya vas a poder encontrar nuestras juntas. Nuestra reunión de servicio de intergrupo es todos los sábados primeros del mes a las 7:30 de la mañana. Ya llevamos 38 sesiones desde el 2023 al 2026. Contamos con delegados para la conferencia mundial. Ya hemos participado en las conferencias desde el 2023. Y bueno, la comunidad hispana paga la participación de sus delegados a través de la séptima tradición. Y contamos con un miembro de nuestra comunidad con 5 años de abstinencia que ya forma parte de Board of Trustees como Board Service. Y bueno, eso nos da mucho orgullo. Estamos muy contentos. Tenemos la participación en redes sociales. Se suben audios de compartir con más de 90 días practicando la hoja gris en español por medio de los canales de YouTube. Tenemos podcasts, tanto en iVoox, iTunes y Spotify. Contamos con Facebook e Instagram. Tenemos chats en donde estamos continuamente en comunicación. El chat del cafecito con 155 miembros. El chat de vivienda abstinente con 497 miembros. Disfruta tu vida y tu comida, donde se está compartiendo las comidas abstinentes continuamente con 319 miembros. Tenemos grupos de estudio donde se estudia el libro grande, el libro de 12 y 12 y el libro Vivienda Abstinente de forma sincrónica con 295 miembros aproximadamente. Contamos con chat y grupos de WhatsApp de GSA en español y el cafecito. Y bueno, ya contamos con nuestro número de WhatsApp para empezar nuestra promoción de información al público, que es este número, para poder atender a los nuevos que aún están sufriendo y que están buscando una solución. Contamos con comités también, comité de bienvenida, encargado de recibir y dar informes al recién llegado. Ahí tenemos el comité de eventos, que se encarga de retiros, maratones y reuniones especiales. Un comité para hacer los anuncios, que hace los diseños de los carteles y publicación de las reuniones. Un comité de traducciones, que es el grupo encargado de traducir todos los documentos y manuales del inglés al español. Tenemos el comité de redes sociales para subir compartires e información de eventos en la web. Y el comité de información al público. Este comité es un poco nuevo, bueno, y estamos encargados de llevar el mensaje a través de la web, de redes sociales y de forma presencial y telefónica. Los aportes que hacemos a la séptima tradición se hacen por medio de PayPal. Nuestra cuenta está en España y con ella se pagan, bueno, hacemos una aportación de séptima al World Service de GSA. Pagamos la cuenta de Zoom, el mantenimiento de la web y hacemos un apoyo de incentivo para iniciar los retiros presenciales en cualquiera de los países que quiera hacer un retiro, pues tenemos esta séptima para apoyar. Se pagan obviamente las comisiones bancarias y vamos a iniciar un presupuesto para el apoyo al comité de información al público.
Un minuto, Dalia.
Ay, gracias. Bueno, los invitamos a participar en el siguiente taller de México, que será el 30 y 31 de octubre y el 1 de noviembre del 2026. Tuvimos nuestro retiro en Madrid el 20 y 21 de marzo de este año, en donde asistieron 30 miembros y celebramos la edición del libro Viviendo Abstinente al Español.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, Julia, that was an amazing presentation. Thank you so much. I want to get on the next plane. And I do want to apologize to the group before questions. I completely forgot to have Dahlia is our newest board member. And so she's incredible and we feel so lucky to have her. And Dahlia, would you please just introduce yourself with your abstinent date and, I apologize for missing you.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. My name is Dalia. I'm from Mexico. I'm a compulsive overeater and I'm abstinent since October 13, 2020.
Thank you.
And I've been in the Board of Trustees for 1 month. Thank you.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much. So Sarah, if you could start the timer, that was so comprehensive, but does anybody have any questions for Dahlia? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, thank you. I don't know how anyone can, but I didn't want to shame anybody if they did. Okay, we will now move on to the special topics for this month, which is website updates and improvements. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite Carolyn, our chair of the website committee. So Carolyn, you will have up to 20 minutes. Thanks, Sarah. Your timer's probably going a little nuts with all the changing times, but please take it away and let us know what you guys have been up to.
Thank you so much. Great to see everybody here. So we have a new calendar and registration system, thanks to our wonderful Sally G, who has been working on it for, frankly, years. And it, whoops, and now I just went to the wrong thing. She has done a fabulous job. She has worked so hard, and now it is happening. It came out a little while ago, and there's been a few little things we've had to deal with, and there's maybe a few more, but we're here to deal with them, and I'll talk about that too if you have little issues. So, this is incredibly important. Meetings are the heart of our program. It's where we connect, see each other, carry the message, and most people use our website to find our meetings. So what is new is meetings now show in your local time zone. That was the most requested thing from all our members about meetings, and it turned out to be a bigger lift than we realized to implement, but it is now implemented. Group registration is also much simpler. Before, when you wanted to just change one little thing about your group, suppose you had a new GSR or you changed your time from 10:30 to 11, you had to retype everything. It was crazy. And then sometimes it would forget it. And now there is a couple of step process, but you don't have to retype. You only have to change what's new. So using the calendar is pretty simple and intuitive. It's pretty much the way it was before. You go to the homepage, you see the current meetings, you click on find a meeting to see more meetings. The one thing that might be different is if they're not showing in your time zone, you have to refresh your browser, which means hitting that little circle in the upper left-hand corner of your address bar. And you can just click. Some people didn't understand this. These Zoom IDs where they're underlined, which means they are live links. You can just click them to join. You don't have to type them in. There's many ways to search meetings, all kinds of filters, the intergroup, the meeting type, phone, video, hybrid, in person, special focus, language, camera on or off. People really wanted to know about camera off meetings. So we have that in there, day of the week, etc. On the right-hand side of that meeting page, there are a lot more links that are really helpful. So do remember to check them. Like there's some basic things of what's a meeting, for newcomers, what to expect in meetings. All the meeting formats and readings are there. If you're starting a new meeting and you need a place to download them, there they are. We're reminding everybody that if you don't have the passcode or PIN, on the meeting in-depth page, there's a meeting contact person. You can click on that person's name to see their email address, to email them, to request that. Although most meetings have the same passcode, but for phone meetings, of course, there's pins. And then very important, there's this box here that says report an issue. You click on that and you can go to a page if you are having some kind of technical difficulty, and that will get to us and we will respond to it very quickly, as quickly as we can. Registration. When you're registering a new meeting, from the homepage of GreySheet, on the very top menu, you go to the third thing that says groups. You come down to where it's either group registration form, if it's a new group that's starting, or update my registration, if it's an existing group. And those will take you to the appropriate pages. As I said, the registration process is simpler now in that you don't have to re-enter everything, but we did have to add another step to make that possible, which is if you're changing something about your group meeting, like the time or the contact person or whatever, you have to give us information so we can find your existing form. So you have to request an update link by filling out this page with your name, your email, and some information about your meeting. It doesn't just work to say, oh, it's the Monday 10 a.m. meeting. So, 10 a.m. and what time zone, and what's the name? And we need some more information because there's a lot of meetings. There's a couple hundred meetings. And then our registrar, who is Grania, will send you back a link, and you click on that link and you will have all the information pre-populated for your meeting, and you just change whatever needs to be changed. So it's simpler, but it will because of this extra, might take a couple of days, but in terms of your personal time, it will just take a couple of minutes over those couple of days instead of sitting there typing. So if you have problems, again, use that report an issue page. And then here, this is not related to the calendar, but this is an issue. Some people who have Norton and other antivirus programs, actually, this one is showing for a different website, but they're getting this thing that says your connection's not private. You can't, when they go to GreySheet.org. So if you get that message, all you have to do up there in the top where it says HTTP, add the S, HTTPS, and that will assure Norton, etc., that that we're a good website. And you can also, because it's GreySheeters, you can also just proceed to it, against doctor's advice, as it were. But and we're sorry about that, and we're working on it. Like 3 people have reported this to me in the last 3 weeks, but I figure for every person who tells me something, then there probably are many more people who are having the same issue. So that's it. I guess I won't actually go to the website and well, actually, I will show you a couple more. I will go to the website because I want to show a couple more things, not just about the calendar itself. So, not that the calendar is not wonderful. So let's see. Now we're sharing the actual website. So on the home page, we have, for the moment, we have this big box saying, what's new meeting calendar. And right on this big box is a place where you can click to read an FAQ about the, and an intro from Marvin about the new calendar, just if you have questions I didn't answer or things you want to check in. And then I also do want people to be in the habit of looking this whole section here that says what's new. We put what's new there. So when you go to check on a meeting, just look right above it. You can see, we've announced here the new Vivendo Abstinente, I'm pronouncing it, I'm butchering the pronunciation, book now available from the Hispanic community, the book in English, Sharing the Solution. We're putting up new member stories as they come in. The literature committee, I believe, came up with a new document about how to start a GSA group. So as all our different committees do all their wonderful work, when they tell us and we post it on the website, we usually put it here for a couple of months so that people understand there's something new to look for. So again, I want to encourage everybody, when you go to the website, look in this section and see what's new with our fellowship and on the website. And I guess that is it for me. I'm open for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carolyn. That was fantastic. Sarah, okay, there's a good amount of time left for questions. We're going to have it for the entire 20 minutes. Okay, Mindy.
Thank you so much, Carolyn, for all your hard work and for streamlining this. Being that I am the outgoing group registrar, where were you 2 years ago, Carolyn? I know this has been a work in progress, but it's so wonderful to see this pull ahead. And my only next question is, when will it be transformed into an app? A meeting app? Meeting app on the phone? Next. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Thanks, Mindy.
I go ahead and answer each question as it comes in.
Yes, yeah.
So I know you asked me that at our last time I presented it, Mindy, and I did bring it back to people who know more than me. It would cost several $1,000s more to do a dedicated app. So we are not currently feeling like we want to ask the board for that money because we've just gotten this far. However, I mean, it works on your phone. You just go to GreySheet.org and click, and it basically just works, as it's not a separate app, but you just use your browser and you go to GreySheet.org and you can look all this up on your phone and you can see and do everything on your phone. So at the moment, that's what
I just want to say I understand that, and this has been a personal thing of mine for several reasons, which are unimportant, for several years. So I'm happy to do a fundraiser for the app. I mean, we could think out of the box. I don't think this should be postponed. I think it's important for the newcomer. I really do. And I know everything you can get on www whatever, but I see them all over for meetings, so that's why maybe we should think out of the box. Okay, thank you.
The other thing is we would need, I'm not sure if Sally, if that's in her bailiwick, we would need to find somebody who could do that for us too. So
We can,
and
I think it's a great board within this year and something to consider. So it's a great point, Mindy, and I'm not trying to cut anybody off, but it's definitely a board budgeting kind of a thing. So on behalf of Marvin, we'll look into that. Okay.
I would just like to say quickly, Barbara, if anybody here or anybody in any of your meetings is a technical person, we would love you to join our website committee. None of us are particularly technical. We're doing the best we can, but we don't have anybody who has those kind of skills except for Sally, who, you know, does it professionally and is a little burnt out at the moment. So we're eager to recruit some technical people who might be able to help with things like this. So thank you.
Great. Thanks, Carolyn. Okay, Justy and Yami from the London Roundup. Welcome.
Hola. Hello. I only have a question. Is there a plan to have this kind of on the website, as you can see in the, for example, in the AA website, that you can see the flag, the Spanish flag, so as to just click and switch all the website in Spanish? Is it a plan for this? Because I think it would be really easier for all the Spanish people to really get into the website, in the international website. I can understand English, so I use a lot the website, but it would be really very useful if we can switch only with one button, one flag. Okay, Spanish. That's my question. Thank you. And thank you very much for the calendar. It's wonderful.
Great.
Well, yeah, thank you. And you and I have been communicating on WhatsApp, so it's lovely to see your lovely face for the first time. This is the first time I've been asked that, but that is a great idea. I suspect that is not as heavy a technical lift as the creating the new app would be. So I will bring it to people who know more than me and see how to do that. I kind of think that Google has that sort of built in, and it really might not be that hard at all. So let me see what I can find out about that.
And we can offer a few volunteers so as to check if, because I think it's only a kind of duplication of the website, and then it's like an automatically translation, but then all the Spanish people who can really understand English, we can check this website and see and tell you, oh, this is wrong, and they make it better. But at least only one button, one flag, and then you can switch it to Spanish or maybe someday in French or Slovenian or whatever. Okay.
Thank you. Well, I've written it down. We'll follow up.
Great ideas.
Down again about the app, and we will follow up again. But I think that's a heavier lift, but we'll see. So.
Okay. Any other questions for Carolyn? Well, she's in the hot seat. Okay, well, that was a terrific presentation. Thank you so much. And thank you and the whole committee for what you guys have done. It's been an amazing thing that we can now just go anywhere.
Ellie's the one who gets the most thanks.
Okay, next time we see her. Okay, we will move on now to the vision and 4 core functions, which I want to read something about that. Okay. Our vision is that when anyone, anywhere realizes they have a problem with food, they think of the GreySheet solution. To accomplish that vision, we believe World Service has 4 core functions: protect the integrity of the GreySheet, publish literature that carries the GreySheet message. Deb, that's a little shout out to you. Reach out to the Public Information Committee. Reach out to the public, and provide an informative and helpful website. So I would like to invite our chairperson, Marvin, to speak for 5 minutes on the integrity of the GreySheet program. Thank you, Marvin.
Thank you. Thank you all. Marvin Capos over here, weighing measure 3 meals off the gray sheet. Turn it over to my sponsor, and that's the most important thing in my life. I want to thank everyone here for showing up to the town hall meeting and the integrity of the gray sheet. You know, first I would like to say the first part is protecting the GSA food plan is meaning it means everything for us. So that's very important that when we, you know, we can send it out electronically, usually, or we could do a paper one. It usually comes from the intergroup or some service part, and you can get it from your sponsor. We should not duplicate it on our own and disperse it out, right? That's one of the things I wanted to put out there. I'm just reading from the old chairperson thing. I just wanted to make sure that I put that out there. Um, but the things that we've been working on, you know, was thinking who provides the service to the entire GreySheet community, groups, intergroups, committees. Barbara said that before. How can we help make sure the program is here, although all how they need it? How the service also helps the individual who are doing service give it away and keep it. The board is working on to find more ways to support those rescuing those who are serving. So that's very important because a lot of times people are rotating out and we don't have people to replace them. And so some of the work when the recruiting for the board is the nominating committee responsibility. But the rest is really everybody that comes to the town hall, members, responsibility to recruit someone that has the skill sets to be able to help that committee or intergroup, right? So this just idea, rescue, has been BOT, that's the board, on agenda for at least a year. So we've been trying to do it ourselves. We might be able to get someone that has their skills, but we also need the help from y'all because a lot of times, even though we see each other and on this platform or maybe even on a phone bridge, we don't know who has those skills. So if anyone has any ideas, I'm the chairperson. Just send me an email on the chairperson, GreySheet.org. And basically, that's all I have. So this is really my first. I think I've been the chairperson for probably 6 months, and that's all I have for y'all. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Thank you, Marvin. Any questions? Okay, we'll move on now to literature. So thanks, Debbie, for coming and contributing.
Sure.
5 minutes, Sarah. Thanks.
Okay, Debbie, compulsive eater. I'm from Chicago and I'm abstinent today because I do as you all do. I weigh and measure my 3 meals a day from the gray sheet, committing them to my sponsor on time, and I do not eat between those meals, no matter what, good or bad. I place abstinence first as the most important action I take in a day, 3 meals a day, 1 meal at a time since November 3rd, 2005. I'm a member of the literature, gratefully so, for the past 10 years, and currently I'm the alternate chair. Hence, I am here in Sharon's absence. And she wrote me a lovely little blurb to read to you if I can get to it. Here we go. Okay, a short update from the Literature Committee. History book in progress, which we're working on consistently with just about every member that we have. So that's a good thing. It's been a long time in coming. Member stories for the website being updated all the time. If you'd like to share your story, please email 500 to 1,000 word a story to literature@greysheet.org. It can be reviewed and then hopefully posted. Spanish 12 and 12 traditions with the publisher currently. The Polish Living Abstinent is being written presently. Hebrew 12 and 12 manuscript typeset manuscript being reviewed by translators. The Literature Committee is always looking for new members. The literature, the fellowship request needs people to project manager, research, write, edited, recruit volunteers for. Literature does not write itself. The current members are committed to bringing the current projects to fruition, so we need support to bring other works into production, like the GSA Daily Reader. Thank you for your support, and if there are any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks.
Thanks, Debbie. Excellent. Thank you. Carolyn, do you have a question?
It's more of a comment or addendum, which is just thank you so much for recruiting for stories for the website committee, and we love keeping them fresh. But I would just make two quick little addendum. We prefer them to be around 500 words. You said 500 to 1,000, just because of short attention span. And second, we have decided by group conscience, and I'm sure you guys agree with this, for every story we publish, we want to say the member's abstinent date. So as you're recruiting people to send the stories, please make sure to get their abstinent dates. That's it. But thank you for all the work you do. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carolyn.
Thanks, Carolyn. Any other questions? Well, thank you on behalf of the board and all of us, Debbie, for the work that the Literature Committee does. Okay, we will move on to, let's see, Carolyn, do you have anything left to tell us? The website committee goes next. You're good. Okay. I think Carolyn did a fabulous job in covering this as well. And I will step in with my public information hat for a couple minutes just to talk about this committee. This committee has been dormant. It was dormant for a long time, a couple years ago, and it was brought back to life about, I would say, 6 months ago. Had a chair and some committee members, but soon after the chair was elected, it just was not the right time for that person. So the chair stepped down. And as a result, Michal from Israel and myself, we've been, she's the liaison to the Public Information Committee, but the two of us have been acting as somewhat board chairs just to try to reinvigorate this committee, which, as we all know, is one of the most important committees there are because of spreading the word. So we have had great attendance and interest. And in fact, I don't want to put Dahlia on the spot, but Dahlia is also, in addition to everything else that she's done, part of the Public Information Committee. And even though she's a liaison to another group, we're not letting her leave the Public Information Committee. So we have been working, all of us together, to not only get some traction with all the great ideas, but we are very close to finding an actual chair of this committee. Right now, although it's been, as I said, vibrant, and I was just at the fabulous Connecticut retreat, and we recruited a lot of great people, which is wonderful. It does need some firm leadership and just some goals and a path to spread the word even more, and also working closely with the website committee as well as the social media manager, who's a hire, a GreySheeter, but also paid professional to help us with social media. So it's all very interconnected, and we are meeting every month, the last Saturday of every month. I'll post the information again, as Marvin said, and we're all sort of saying, if you know someone who has ideas and wants to brainstorm with us and just really start to get some traction in this on this committee, that would be great. And I did want to say, 2 minutes left, maybe just Dahlia, we've been asking people to come and bring their ideas and have been very much like holding people accountable, like what happened this month, what are you planning next month? And Dahlia did some great work, which we will hopefully combine. You know, we need to make sure that we're keeping with the traditions, and, you know, that's sort of what we're working with now. But Dahlia, if you maybe want to use a minute or so just to post and explain, because she did a great job last meeting, just starting this process. So I'll just hand it over to you for a minute.
Okay, I will try to do it in 1 minute. I will share my screen. So we're trying to make content for social media, and the social media can be in English and in Spanish, and put some information so people can find us. Yeah. And well, this is, can you stop if food is a problem, and then you can put the click and go to the Instagram or to the web page or to the WhatsApp. So 12-step program support. The only requirement is a desire to stop compulsive eating. And this hungry, sometimes I have emotion, I don't know how to feel. And then compulsive eating is often not about food, it's about pain, anxiety, or emptiness. And then the webpage in Spanish, and then in English. You are not weak, you are fighting about a battle that many don't understand.
Okay, thank you so much.
You don't have to do
Dahlia.
it alone. Okay, it's only that. There's a solution, GSA. Thank you.
Awesome. So I know this portion has already used the 5 minutes, but since we are missing one group, if anybody has any questions, Sarah, I'm going to borrow from that, and just maybe we can do that if anyone has questions. Okay, well, we'll keep you posted. Okay, so that was incredible, everyone. Thank you all for your presentations. At this point, we will cede 5 minutes of our meeting to Amy, if in fact you even need that for our 7th tradition report.
Hi, everyone. We do not need 5 minutes. We need very few less seconds. My report is very simple at the town halls, which is just where we are on our donations vis-a-vis our budgetary hopes in terms of 7th tradition raising. And we have a $24,000 budget. Now that's, you know, we can exceed that, so I'll just say, and we did last year, to cover the services that are requested of our fellowship. For example, lawyer, website developer, CPA to review accounting, literature, publication, etc. In order to meet that budget, we should be bringing in $2,000 a month, which would be, you know, that's what it would take. We're on track at this point in terms of how much we're bringing in each month to raise 11,000 this year in donations. So that might sound, and does sound, quite a lot less than our goal, but it is early in the year, and we tend to get our contributions more significantly in the later part of the year. So, but it's important that everyone knows that we're still, I mean, we always need the budget to come. We need the 7th tradition to run the organization. It's a nonprofit, and we don't make money. Nobody gets paid. We just cover our costs. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy, and thanks for your service. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so there's a couple of announcements with upcoming meetings that I will make. Sunday, May 17th is the Traditions and Concepts meeting, and this is all on our fabulous website, 1 to 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, and Sunday, June 14th is our next committee's connecting meeting at noon Eastern Time. We really encourage people to submit questions, suggestions, and feedback. And Marvin gave his email, but it's chair@greysheet.org. And yeah, does anybody else have any other announcements? I think I said this at the next town hall is Sunday, July 26th at 11 a.m. I don't believe we've chosen the topic yet. Someone can jump in if I'm wrong, but that will be announced at some point in the near future. Notes and slides from previous town halls can be found on the website. And I will just, it is early. If anybody I really wasn't keeping this moving just because I secretly want to have lunch, I promise. If anybody has any other questions, or I think it's thank you all for your patience, and thank you to Cheryl for making it so easy. I see a question, Sarah.
Thanks, Barbara. My name's Sarah, and I'm a compulsive eater and food addict. I have a question for Amy. Over here in the European intergroup, we don't have representation, so I don't know if we're just getting rumor or what, but we have been told that the donations were down 50% than last year, and which were down, I know, from the year before. So I've been sort of getting up on a thing and begging at meetings I go to. So from your presentation, I think maybe I've been hearing wrong information. Can I get that clarified?
Wrong being, yeah, sure. Wrong being that we're okay, that we're solid, that we're on track, which would be the opposite of what you're sort of hearing.
Correct. Yeah.
No, we're running low. We're
Okay.
low. We are.
Okay, keep
You're
begging.
good to be. Sure.
Okay.
Yes, because the budgeted amount is not outrageous. It's a very low goal. So yes, please do, and please everyone just keep coming, and people, the intergroups do participate, and everybody is strong where there are more people, and less strong when there are fewer, and it's all what it is. So yes, thank you everyone. Yes.
Can I do a piggyback on that? Because some of us have been trying to figure out why this is, and we think it's because of Zoom, and that when you're in a face-to-face meeting, the basket goes around, and what I was just wondering if something can be written up that by the I don't know if you're a committee or you're a committee of one, Amy, but that just we know you're a Zoom meeting, we know it's hard. It's something rousing, and I'm willing to help you if people think that's a good idea. Something to read at every meeting.
Sure. I would like to say that I felt years ago even that I was always the one who raised my hand at the town hall and said, "What's the money for?" And I think that's a good question, because Zoom is not expensive. What is expensive? What are we doing? What does World Service do with the money? And that would be a wonderful piece to write up.
Okay.
Because it's always interesting to people. I'm happy to do that. That would be good. We can do
I'll
that.
help you, and I'll WhatsApp you, and we can figure out the
Sure.
9-hour difference.
Great.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Just thought
Thank
you might have an idea, that's all.
Mindy, I think you're unmuted, or
Sorry.
oh, that's okay. Dottie, come on in.
Hi. For a Zoom meeting, might be a good idea to have an image of a basket up on the screen as we read the seventh tradition verbiage.
Great idea. Anybody else have any questions or? Okay, well, thank you all. In my excitement / nervousness, I forgot to start the meeting with the serenity prayer. I'm not sure if we do that, but I will definitely ask for whomever wants to join in the closing with the serenity prayer. Please unmute and we will do so. God,
I
grant
I
me
need
the
every serenity
to
to
accept
accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things that I can. The wisdom to know the difference. Great job, Barbara.
Thanks.
Great
you,
job.
Barbara.
Thank you so much.